Hey, what's up guys? Kai here, and welcome back to Let's Play Valkyrie Profile 2, Silmeria. In the last episode, we successfully cleared the second floor of the Seraphic Gate, and by doing so, we're rejoined by the lovely Battle Maidens. And since last time, I did get them all up to level 70 before doing the Soothsayer bow farming that I mentioned in the last episode, which subsequently led to them getting a few extra levels. And don't worry, I will go over my party setup in more detail in just a few minutes, but for right now, let's have a look around floor 3 and see what shenanigans await us. Off to the right here, we have a portal back to the entrance, and a prime elixir, nice. And our first photon puzzle. This one is actually tougher than it looks. What we're going to be doing is doing a mid-air place swap with this walking enemy as it's falling downwards. There we go. Now I know that was a little quick, so I'll explain it now that you've seen it. What you want to do is, or what I like to do first, is position Alicia just a little bit away from this ledge, just to make sure that you can do a full jump without any obstructions. And that's where you want to place the frozen monster. Then after you jump on it, you want to face to the right and fire a photon downwards. Now you immediately want to get ready to jump up and left after the second, the second ricochet. Now if you do it right, you should be far enough away so that when you swap places with the enemy, you can just fire one photon upwards and hit him as he's falling down, and then you immediately just air jump back to the right. And you don't have to worry about changing directions. Just get ready to shoot upwards once you make that jump to the left, because you're already facing that direction. Just practice it a few times and you'll get the hang of it. Actually, let me do it one more time, because I'm not the best at explaining things, really. That might have been too far. Oh, nope, there you go. Okay, now that that's out of the way, the focus on this floor is going to be Sealstone management, and if we take a quick look at the Sealstones in the area, we'll see that the enemies have their attack reduced by 75%, their defense reduced by 50%, and then we have a devious little effect called Switch Stone Effects, and it does exactly what it sounds like it does. In battle, any Sealstones that you're holding will now affect the enemies, and vice versa. So now that really crippling debuff on the enemy side becomes our problem. And because of that, this floor can be, well, it can be pretty intimidating your first time down here if you don't know what you're doing. But don't worry, it's not as daunting as it seems. But because of that reason, I am going to avoid, and I would recommend doing this as well, avoid fighting enemies for right now. Not because they're very hard. Oh, I actually need that guy over here. But just because it would take longer to kill them, because your attack is diminished by so much. There we go. Speaking of the enemies on this floor, none of them drop any good items or anything of value, so I wouldn't worry about that either. But number one priority right now is to deal with the Sealstones. So we're going to come over here to the right first, and don't worry, we'll be coming back to all these places that we pass up in just a few minutes. One thing I really do love about the design of the Seraphic Gate is how each floor challenges a different set of skills, you know? Like the first floor was pretty basic and straightforward, but it had some tougher than normal enemies and some tougher than normal platforming, at least that we've seen in the main game. And then part 2, or floor 2, had some tougher photon puzzles, and well, now we're being challenged with Sealstone management. But anyways, over here is the trade lost Sealstone, and thankfully for us it is really cheap, so I am just going to restore it. Now it's done and over with, we don't have to worry about it. And we're going to put Transvestal Law on the dais there. Okay, now we're all set and ready to go for this mini-boss, but first, let's take a look at my party. Going to be going with Hrist, Lenneth, Dylan, and Silmeria. Hey, it's her game after all, may as well give her some screen time, right? Now for equipment, everybody has a bone mask and a dragon rib to take advantage of the fact that they have frailty and only 1 HP. Other accessories are just to boost their damage. Now for this battle, everyone has Spirit Control, Double Edge, and Giant Killer, except Dylan gave him Breakup and Free Item. Mostly for the boss of this floor, but it'll work out here too.
We have right on our side.
Alright, so first things first. Let us do not a might potion. Haha, fooled you. Yeah, we're going to be going with an overdrive this time. Make sure he's not doing explosion, which would hit for around 5,000 here. Okay. One thing you can do with the enemies on this floor is you see that middle part of the arena? You can actually knock them into the middle there and transfer them. And it does work on this boss too. There we go. Oh, you know what? I can show you Silmeria Soul Crush. Take a wild guess what it is, viewers. It's pretty cool how she uses a bow, actually, now that I think about it, because in the first game, Lenneth was also proficient with the bow. Yeah, triple Nibelung Valestes. Triple Lung Valesti? No, it doesn't sound right. Damn. If only there was a Nibelung Valesti that would give me more heat than that.
Victory!
Oh well, that guy's pretty easy. Okay, now what I want to do is get Dylan set up for the boss, and the only change I really want to make is give him Magician Slayer instead of Giant Killer. There we go. Alright, moving onwards. Now that the hard part is done and over with, or not. Okay, this photon puzzle is actually easier than it looks. All you want to do is fire 2 photons to the right as soon as you come in here. Make sure you don't move. Then come up here to the middle of this circle thingy and fire 2 photons downwards. And up here we get the horoscope tablet. It will cure your entire party of transfer, just like an aspect stone, only you can use it as many times as you want, so it's better. Now for this part, you want to put the enemy on the edge there, but you want to make sure that your photons up here do not clip it. Okay, we're good. Air jump, and you can reach the Sealstone, the Rust Wrath, which is pretty good. I'll be coming back here off screen to restore this, so keep that in mind for later, viewers, now that you know how to get here. It's also good to know that the enemies here never move. Now that you're back here with the flying monster on this side, you want to fire 2 photons in the corner. There we go. And now we're going to bring the flying monster down here. And we're going to push him... Oh, okay. Well, that still works. sort of. Hang on. I wanted to get the enemy on the edge here, so we could push him off just slightly. Okay. Now we're going to swap places with that guy. Come back up here. And now we're going to be using these enemies to do some wall jumping. A lot of wall jumping, actually. And just take your time on this part. You don't want to get into a battle with that walking enemy. Get as high as you can up there. Now you want to jump to the right. Now once you've done that, you should be able to swap places and jump to the top. Yes, got it. And way up here, we get the Infinite Admiration. Best armor in the game for light warriors. Let's check that out. Yeah, look at that defense. 500 defense, 100 magic defense. It is obscenely powerful. It's too bad physical defense doesn't necessarily mean anything. Alright guys, got ambushed in that one, and Lenneth did die, so I just went ahead and cured everyone of frailty, because we're done with that for right now. But that battle was actually a battle against the rare enemy on this floor, but I didn't show it off because I'm not going to farm anything from that fight, because what you get is a Mithril Crown, which would be better than what you have now, but it's not as good as the Ether Crown, and on the very next floor, we'll be able to get as many Ether Crowns as we want, so why bother farming Mithril Crowns, right? Although I suppose, if you don't want to take the time to get Ether Crowns, then this would be an alternative method for releasing Einherjar. But anyways, now that we got the puzzles out of the way, let's do some more item collecting and then go fight the boss. Whoever it is. Oh, come on. Alright, here we get a Warrior's Wits. And way up here, we get Second Ruin. Oh, one thing to also keep in mind on this floor is that none of the treasure boxes have any traps, so you can rest easy there. Anyways, Second Ruin is a new attack for light warriors. Awesome. Not that I'll ever use it, really, but it's there. Alright guys, it's boss time. So, taking a quick look at Dylan. Same setup as last time, really. And I already showed you his skills. So, let's... yeah, we're gonna solo this one. You know what? I wonder. We don't need free item or breakup, actually. So, let's just go with Solitary Struggle. Oh, we could still use breakup. Okay, why not? Alright, now we're good to go. Oh, hey, Lazard. What's up, man? I don't believe you. Nah, you're just a selfish, delusional horn dog. Don't try and get any sympathy from us. That's right. This isn't Valkyrie profile Lazard. That is true. Yeah, pretty much. Ooh. That was a little below the belt, good sir. And he just laughs. What a dick. It's okay, waifu. You'll have your own game one day. One day. But alright, it's boss time against the Obsessed X. What a name. So, as always, let's get the hell out of there. And get a might potion going on Dylan. Okay, perfect. Now, one thing you gotta keep in mind when fighting this guy is that when you launch him into the air. We're talking like Final Fantasy XIII style.
And now!
Or we could get break mode, that works too.
Unseen power. Unseen power. Smash from their bodies the breath of life. Unseen power.
There we go.
Smash from their bodies the breath
And
of
we
life.
get 2 Gungnir's. Why his direct assault item is the same as his drop item, I don't know, because under normal circumstances, you'll never need more than 1 Gungnir. Which, by the way, is the best weapon in the game for Hrist. And we got 2 level up for Dylan, so now he's all caught up with the ladies. And Lazard joins our party. Alright. Cool thing about that is he comes with his unique equipment from earlier. Yeah, I like how the programmers actually remembered to do this. It's a nice little touch. But more importantly, let's get my party set up for the next thing I want to do. Yeah, I thought it would be fitting to have all 3 of the Valkyries do this floor, considering the boss was Lazard. Alright, Gungnir, 1000 attack power, 1200 magic power, but it is lightning elemental, but that's okay, it is still a really good weapon. Alright, now we're going to make a few changes here. We need Beast Bludgeon, Fist of Iron, Mental Boost, and Psycho Sama, now that her magic stat is really nice. Pretty much you just want to give Beast Bludgeon to everybody at this point. It's also really good for the normal enemies on this floor if you decide to fight them, because you do run into quite a few beasts. Actually, it doesn't even matter what you have. We'll just keep break up. Actually, you know what? Let's go triple edge. I'm gonna go Stardust, Dual Tusks, and Target Throat. There we go. For Lenneth, we're going to be going with Secession Slide, which is like her old slide, only it hits multiple times. It's pretty good. Feather Sail, and her new attack, Tarot Attack. It's her most powerful attack, and it just looks cool. Which is the most important thing, right guys? Just looking badass when you're fighting monsters. And for Hrist, now that she has 3 attacks, we're going to be going with Armor Break. But yeah, that boss fight, pretty easy. Anyways, over here we have another doghouse, so let's see what's in this one. Whoa. Looks like Arngrim was right. Dylan really is just a dog of Japan. What is he holding? Is that like a prehistoric beef? What? He's holding a meat chop. I like how they're quoting lines from the actual main story. Angsty little semi-fairy and a plump pickup artist. Really, game? Alright, so we got some more dogs to deal with here, and I know what you're thinking, guys. I know. Who let the dogs out? As always, nothing to worry about here, and they don't drop anything special.
Unseen power! Smash from unseen power! Smash from their bodies the breath of life!
You know what? Let's have Dylan fight this guy. There we go. Wow, we actually got a decent amount of experience for that one. Dog lizard. Oh man, those scenes are so weird. I'm not even sure what's going on with those half the time, or why they're even in the game. But, oh well. Now we're going to do a little bit of backtracking. Just about done with this floor. But we have another doghouse to take care of. Aw yeah, panty shot. What do you mean, Odin? Huh. Wonder why Alicia's so upset. Well, anyways. Double-sided tape. Goodbye, Dylan. Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming, but oh well.
This will finish it! This will finish it!
Gun near. I see what you did there, dude. All-Father Kobold shirt. Oh, those items are awesome.
Smash from their bodies the breath of life!
New item catalog. You know, I just got one of those in Star Ocean 5 for a side quest I had to do the other day. Man, that game has a lot of side quests and backtracking. Holy crap.
Power! Smash from their bodies the breath of life!
What? What do you mean, what color were they? What color was what? I love the emphasis there. Pure white. Yeah, they they saw up her skirt when she came sliding down, and they were looking at her panties. Guess that was a reverse panty raid. Lenneth, get down. Yeah, viewers, that's what happens when you look up a lady's skirt without permission. You get your ass kicked. Oh, I did it again, man. Oh, you know what? I forgot about an item. Whoops, that was close. Here, we get a spirit tincture. Oh, shit. You couldn't tell, it's a little laggy up there on the PS2. It's probably laggy there if you're emulating it as well. I don't know, I haven't actually played this with an emulator. Really? Oh, man. I don't think I can make this jump. Nope. Alright, I'll just meet you up there momentarily. Okay, made it back up here easily enough. Now there's one more room to go to before we call this floor done and over with. Okay, we got one more photon puzzle here. Whoa, hello. And for this one, I want to kill one of these guys, and yeah, I'll show this one, why not?
Dust.
Got 3 new enemies, and they're all beasts. As I said earlier, Beast Killer, that'll be the way to go. Yeah, look at that damage. Let's see, leader is straight back. I love these attacks. This party is just so awesome together.
Laughable.
Alright. Does this room look familiar, viewers? Yeah, what you're probably supposed to do is use the method I showed you from the very first room to get up there, which would work, but I have an easier way. Just want to make sure that the walking enemy specifically is on the bottom. And that the dead enemy is on top. And you can just hop up here. To get Sky High Edge, that is a new attack for Alicia. Now you're just going to want to sit here and wait for the walking enemy to come a little bit closer. Then wait for him to come back a little bit. That might be a little bit too close to the ledge there. Okay, that should work. Come on. Yeah, thanks, game. Thanks for doing that now. Okay, that sort of works. Okay, you know what? Yeah, this is still doable. I said this was easy, and I can usually do this on my first try, but no, never when you're recording. Just gonna play it safe, make him come out even further. There we go. Now you can get up here. and get the Ether Helm, best helmet in the game for heavy warriors in terms of just raw defense. So we'll give it to Dylan, sure, why not? Even though in the very near future he won't have any defense anyways. You know why, viewers, you know why. But alright, that is all of the items for floor 3 here. But before we call it quits, I do want to take a minute, because somebody asked me to do this, and show off the item description for some of those kobold accessories, because they are pretty humorous. Let's see here, what do we got? Here we are, we got the new item catalog. Latest edition of the Valhalla Guide. The cover features 10 items no Einherjar should be without. Weird metal, handmade by pasting silver paper on cardboard. What is this thing? A representative bulb crop, white and long. What is white and long? Don't answer that, viewers. Plywood. I like how it has the size at the end there. Oh, right, speaking of unique accessories, during the battle with Lizard, this is taking too long, you noticed I was getting some gray accessories, and Lizard is the only character who can wear them. Not that they do anything per se, but I'll show them off. We got Crystal Lenneth, figurine in a cute pose the original would never strike. There's also an Amber Lenneth, I believe, but I didn't get it. But yeah, they don't actually do anything. They're just unique and, again, for humor and amusement, that's all. Novelty items, I suppose. Wonder if there's a sexy pose Lenneth. Well, anyways, I am going to call it quits here, guys, and when we come back next time, we will take on the 4th floor of the Seraphic Gate. But as always, thank you so much for watching. My name is Kai, and I'll see you next time.